be good for me.
Hey guys, okay, part 2.
Lately I was feeling like
I don't care about the lighting right now. I'm driving, so we're gonna just talk. Part 2, Dysfunctionally Functional Life with Tam Collins. Welcome back. Part 2 of talking more about the covert narcissist. Okay, before I let it get out of my brain, I just wrapped up part 1. I ran out of time on that one. We were talking about, just like I said, just some down-to-earth, everyday stuff. I'm not really getting into really detailed, professional, technical terminology here. I have some of that in my other videos because I am well studied on this subject. I'm not a doctor, not offering professional advice, but this is from personal experience. Okay? So where I left off in part 1, I was talking about how you will start to notice things. First off, I mentioned how a lot of people are very uninformed on what narcissism really is. They are mistaken, okay? And then an even bigger majority of people are very uninformed on the different types of narcissist. They think every narcissist is like the grandiose, just parading around, stomping about, demanding, selfish, letting everybody see it. They don't care, no remorse. They let everybody see. They'll tell you to your face, yeah, I'm a jerk, so fucking what? Now give me what I want. In fact, I was that type of narcissist in my younger years. And I think I slid in and out of both covert and grandiose, depending on the situation, the company, what the situation called for. However I needed to get my needs met, I played that role. Okay? I know about that shit because I did it. And it took me a long number of years to really sort it out, heal, and grow from it. So anyway, so that was the first part of part 1, talking about identifying narcissism properly and the different levels of it, okay? It falls on a spectrum. Everybody's got different amounts of it. We all have a little bit of it, even healthy, normal people who are not toxic narcissists. Normal people who have empathy for others, who have compassion, who care about the well-being of others, who don't have all of these unhealed, festering wounds bubbling up inside, and inferiority complexes, and all of that shit that they have never gone to therapy for, that they've never faced down. Even normal people who have healed and grown, and everyday people that are compassionate and normal and self-aware, even those people have some narcissism. And I'm getting that information from a lot of different credible sources, including Lena Derhally, who I'm very fond of. I've talked about her in other videos. She wrote the book about Chris Watts, My Daddy is a Hero. The woman is an Imago certified licensed psychotherapist. I told you guys what the Imago relational theory is. It's a way that she works with people in relationships dealing with childhood baggage, bringing all of that up and looking at it, communication skills, conflict resolution. I'm really fond of her. She's got like 3 master's degrees. She specializes in relationships. So I assure you, not only from personal experience, but I'm doing the work. I'm getting it from credible sources. And so anyway, I just feel like that it's important, and it still blows my mind how many, regular, average, everyday people, and even creators. Like, there's a lot of creators on YouTube I've been listening to that are discussing different murder cases or cases where people actually were narcissists, and these people are kind of talking like, gee, I didn't see that about them. It just appeared to me they didn't have that classic narcissist attitude. They're not going to. Not all of them, okay? There is a hidden narcissist, the covert narcissist. Sometimes it's called the vulnerable narcissist, hidden narcissist. But they are anything but vulnerable. And here's where it gets so tricky and twisted. You have to know. You have to study it. They are anything but fucking vulnerable. They are completely detached. They are emotionally remote. They are terrified of vulnerability, terrified to let you know them, terrified to get close to you, but they pretend, they wear a mask, okay? They are absolutely terrified of being vulnerable. However, they sometimes call it the vulnerable narcissist because they are one of the most vulnerable motherfuckers on the planet. Very fragile, wounded, everything offends them deep down inside. Everything triggers them. Just you don't even have to do anything to a covert narcissist. Just like the Chris Watts case I was discussing. That woman didn't do anything wrong to that man who killed his wife and his 2 baby daughters, pregnant wife and 2 baby daughters. That woman didn't do shit but love that man. Okay? Who cares if she was a boss-ass bitch? That's what you're supposed to be. She was working her ass off. That woman was trying to be the best version of herself she could possibly be. A good mother, a good example, a good wife. She was driven, and she was trying to come into her own, find herself as a woman. She was self-examining. She was self-reflecting. She was able to get on camera and publicly talk about her weaknesses, her insecurities. You will never see a narcissist do that. Ever. Bam. There's some insight for you. And for the people out there calling Shanann Watts a narcissist, she was the narcissist. She was controlling of him. She was a mean, bully, narcissist, OCD. She controlled him. Get educated and get a grip, okay? He was the covert narcissist. That man was emotionally remote. He had 0 communication skills. He could not speak to his wife. He couldn't speak up to her. He was blaming and resenting her for his own failures as a man. A covert narcissist will feel controlled by you. They are offended by your merely existing. The fact that you exist on this earth with a bright, shining light. That woman was bright and spirited and motivated. She had the light in her, man. She was reaching for something. And she was a very genuine, caring person. She was authentic. Fucking authentic. Okay? For those of you out there still hating on that woman who was brutally murdered, she and her 2 children, calling her the narcissist, you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong, and you should get educated on it, okay? Because there is no narcissist that's going to put out their vulnerability. They are horrified to be vulnerable. They do not ever want to look weak, insecure, because they are so weak and insecure. They will go to great lengths to never, ever let anybody see that. They will do whatever they have to do to hide that. And they become very resentful of other people. It's literally like that. And it takes you so long to pick up on it, man. It takes you so long to figure it out. That this person who's close to you is supposed to be your best friend. Supposed to be loving you. Supposed to care about you. Actually hates you. They want to fucking be you. They're mad because they can't be you. They're mad because they are failing. They have failed themselves. They've abandoned themselves somewhere way back in childhood. That's right. And it's shocking and devastating when you find out the person closest to you hates your ass, blames you for every failure inside of them. And he talked about how, well, I tried to speak up to her, but it just didn't work out. I felt controlled by her, and I felt like she was somehow just better than me and more accomplished than me, and she was smarter somehow. And hear all that inferiority, hear all that shame, but yet they will blame it on, she's controlling. A covert narcissist will wound up in a little ball just because you're living and breathing. That's right. Just because you get up in the morning, make your fucking coffee, put your clothes on, hold your head up, you love life, you look at the birds, you create some art, you go on about your day. The narcissist is just over there just hating your ass. Just, damn, I wish I could have that. I wish I could feel anything. I wish I could have that joy and light and peace inside of me. I'm wounded, but I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything about it. I just want to get drunk or high, or I just want to attach to as many members of the opposite sex as I can call up and hit on. Yeah, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to face themselves. And they will go to great lengths to hide what they're really thinking. And they will blame your ass, just like that man did, and he ended up murdering her, killing her. Because a covert narcissist, like spiritual whistleblower said, they want you dead. They do. I believe it now more than ever in my life. They want you dead. Period. And that man, his narcissism was so far to the toxic end of the spectrum that he did kill. He did fucking kill. And a lot of them do kill. And if they don't kill you, by the time they're done with you, like I said in another video before, you'll feel dead. Because they will spiritually, emotionally, and mentally murder your ass. You will be a shell of the human being you were before you knew them. Yep. And if they can get away with it, you'll end up physically dead somehow. Most of them don't go off the deep end and actually kill, but some of them do. But they will drive your ass into sickness, into heart attack, bad health, looking like an old, dried up, worn out. That's what they will do. Anything they can extort from you, all of your life force that they can suck from you, twist you up, mangle you up. It is the worst thing you will ever run up on in your life, and I pray God you don't. So, that's that. Now, man, I'm in this rough-ass interstate again. Okay, now let's go back to part one where I was saying you just got involved with somebody you've been in a few months or maybe going on a year. If it's romantic, they're doing the love bombing thing, pretending to like everything you like, showing all this interest in all these things that's not really there. It just gets so twisted, it's unbelievable. Okay, and we talked about in part one how you start noticing that they don't like any of that shit. They never do any of that shit. They don't care anything for that stuff passionately and meaningfully like you do. It means a lot to you. It means nothing to them. And then you'll start noticing that these passions and hobbies that they pretended to like and be knowledgeable about, whatever little bits of information they can memorize, steal from you, copy from you, you'll see things like maybe go on the internet and you'll notice that they've joined in a conversation in a group full of people and they've used that same information that they got from you that they give two shits about. They never do it at home. They never talk about it, practice it, study it, never say a word about it. They could give a fuck less. They ain't doing shit with their time. Just nothing inside. Just nothing. That's how they act. But you'll notice that they're using your words, your passions, your knowledge, and they're running that same game on people on the internet. They're out trying to impress people, always looking for that extra ego boost, very superficial, and it is shocking. You will start seeing so many little crooked ass, corrupt things from these people. And I'm just barely getting started. It would take me years. I mean, the list, if you look up covert narcissism and look up all the things, the list is so unbelievable. The cluster of shit that they do and pull and how they think and how they operate. Okay, but you'll notice little every day, this is everyday relationship shit or roommate shit or whatever. You will notice them. They are literally sucking your life force. They are stealing your ideas. They're copying you. A covert narcissist is very empty inside. all goes back to somewhere in their childhood or early life, teenage, I don't know, early life, and could be early 20s if a traumatic event happened. But it goes way, way back in their life to where they had an identity split off. They abandoned themselves and they formed the false identity to protect themselves. The pain was too great for them. The shock was too great. They checked out. I'm not a doctor. I'm still doing my research. I'm still learning every day. Dissociative type shit, checked out type shit, denial, just a complete and total check out, abandonment of self. The self that they had was too small, too inferior, too afraid, got hurt as a child. No one protected it or saw it, spoke up for the child. A teenager, however old they were, and they abandoned themselves. They developed that, I can take it. I went through the same shit as a kid. I can take it, I'm tough, I don't feel any of this. And the narcissist starts to develop the narcissistic false identity, the personality of that, okay? The real self is left behind. The loving, pure, kind-hearted soul that they have, the great qualities, they abandon that person. All right, so that's how all that shit develops. And, man, it just gets worse as they get older. I mean, it is really scary. It's really painful, and it's really shocking. And so you'll start to notice all kinds of weird little shit happening that just blows your mind. And you'll start to ask yourself, man, did I really see that? Did they really do that? And then they just lied about it to my face. Wait, they just said they didn't do it? Wait, okay. They'll have you so twisted and so mangled up till they meet their motherfucking match, though. Till they meet somebody that can go to psychological war with their ass. You know, and eventually they do meet their match, and ooh, they hate that. They love to be able to manipulate people and control everybody and keep everybody dumbed down and managed down and believing in them. But yeah, you'll just start to see all these weird characteristics, weird behaviors. Shit doesn't match up. Their words never match their actions. Their emotional responses. It's like watching a glitch in the Matrix. If you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, watching a covert narcissist is like when Neo saw the glitch in the Matrix. He saw it. Boop, it was quick. You know, it's a glitch in the program. And you start to notice that about the covert narcissist. Nothing about them is real. They're not even there. It's the strangest thing. It's so perplexing. It's a very deep and complex study. There's a lot to it. I'm just telling you some of the old regular everyday shit that you'll notice living with one of them, okay? Or being too close to one of them. And that's really the only way you can pick up on it, is to be very close to them every day. So yeah, they'll use all that same information and they'll use it and twist it and take credit for it. Talking big shit on the internet. I know all that. Yeah, that's my favorite movie. And they know goddamn well that that's actually your favorite shit that you told them about, that they lied to you and said they had interest in, passion about, knew about. They've never even heard of it before you. They never watched it. They don't care. But they will get right online or in a group of people and use your shit. Use your ideas. They copy everything. It's like a script plays in their head. They have to memorize things. Well, let me see. That other dude said that shit and it sounded good. He said that to a girl and it sounded normal and loving. So I'll say that same thing. Or they watch TV, sitcoms, and different things. They memorize things that normal, well-balanced, well-regulated, emotionally well-balanced people say. People that can actually feel some of this stuff and really connect. They copy what they say because they can't feel it. I'm driving, you guys. That's why it's dark, okay? I'm sorry about that. But it's because they can't feel it. they are not really deeply connecting and deeply feeling what they tell you. They can't. Again, they have abandoned themselves. They're checked out of there, man. They are robotic and sort of going through the motions. Now, different ones are on different levels. Some of them can feel for certain people. They can feel a certain amount of empathy. And then none at all. It just depends, man. But you will notice some really strange things. It's perplexing, it's hurtful, and it only gets worse. It gets worse and worse the closer you get to them. What else? There's so many devious, hurtful, betraying things that they do, all in the name of pleasing their ego. All in the name of getting an ego boost and feeling better and filling themselves up with energy. Narcissistic supply. They cannot manufacture it on their own. They need yours. You know, and that's what I was starting in part 2. I was thinking back to a time where I would watch these people. You know, certain people I was getting close to. And, okay, all the good qualities I saw, that's gone. That's been buried by now. They kill all their good qualities, right? They don't let those grow. It turns out all those wonderful things you saw in them, most of that shit was fake. It was them trying to impress you and get in, right? Now, sometimes you do see their pure soul. You see glimpses, little glimpses of the soul that they really are. Deep inside, the person, every human being has a soul inside, a person that really just wants to be loved, really just wants love, and somewhere inside of there wants to be a good person, and they have talent, and they have good characteristics. Everybody has some of that, man, but some people have buried it so deep, and they have substance abused it, and self-medicated it, and checked out of their mind, and they've done so many things to kill that original beautiful soul that they were born with because it was so hurt, so mistreated, so traumatized, and they have become so hard and so detached that you rarely ever get to see the pure them. You rarely ever get to see, but occasionally you'll see it. A beautiful soul in there, man, that is talented, that is a caring person, that does have unique and wonderful qualities and characteristics inside. But you don't get to see it very often. Just a little wee bit. Boy, they're not going to let you. They're not going to let you. They'll do anything to sabotage. Anything. The minute they think that they're opening up too much to you, or you can see into them too much, or the real them, or real feelings are developing, or they will fucking kill it. They will sabotage it to death. And it'll take you so long to pick up on, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Like, you know, I'm being straight up with them. I'm being kind. I'm being cool. I haven't, it's just absolutely maddening and perplexing. So, but anyway, so that's that about their good qualities. Now, let's talk about the bad qualities. All right, so you'll start to notice that these motherfuckers got some bad shit going on. Like, they bury all their good qualities. They don't build on their best qualities that you know they have some in there. You've seen them, glimpses here and there. You were attracted to them. You know, all that. So I'm not saying it's entirely fake and love bombing 100% with every covert narcissist you get involved with. Some of their personality in short glimpses is their real personality. But a great portion of it is the covert narcissistic act. It's the mask. It's what they want you to believe, what they want you to think, anything to impress you. And later on, as time goes on and you get to know them better, you're just all of a sudden fucking blindsided. Like, what is going on? I thought you were now you're, what the fuck? And there's mixes of both of it, and you don't know what's real, what's not real, what the hell is going on with this person. It's really like that, y'all. And so, I'm about to run out of time again. But here's the main point that I wanted to wrap up. And then I'll do a third one at some point. They're just really trifling ass people, man. They're committing all these infractions, right? They're stepping on your toes, breaking your boundaries down. They don't have any respect for your boundaries. They slop up your house. They don't seem to have any self-respect. They do all of these things. They go behind your back and do things. They do passive-aggressive things. They don't handle things in an adult, assertive, mature, honest, open manner with you. If they get wounded up or hurt feelings about something, which is very easy to do to a covert narcissist, you don't have to do much. Just be alive. Just be alive and be happy and successful and about your shit. And these motherfuckers are offended. They are, oh God, I'm wounded now. You offended me. It's really true. And they're sitting there fucking resenting your ass for it. I promise you. I fucking promise you. Okay? And it doesn't take much to wound them. So let's refer back to Chris Watson, all you people hating on his wife who was murdered and victim shaming her and bashing her for being the narcissist. Please get educated on this. That man was hating on that woman for her light, her strength, her love, her beauty. They hate you for your love. They hate you for loving them, for being able to love, because you did the work. You healed your wounds. You suffered enough. You did the hard work. They didn't. They haven't. They refuse to. And let me tell you something, like that movie, The Green Mile, when that man said he killed them with their love, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That's what a fucking narcissist does. That's what a covert narcissist does, especially snaky and cowardly they are. Just saying they are. They don't have the confidence to be like the grandiose narc and just tell you they're a fucking narc. No, they don't. They hide out. They hate your love. They don't know how to love. They haven't done the work you have. They can't be that brave. They can't put that wall down and be very vulnerable with you. Really honest. They can front like they are. They can pretend like they are. Oh, I love you, baby. I love you. Come here and give me some huggy, smoochy. That's all surface bullshit. When it comes to really showing you the loyalty, the integrity, the compassion, the empathy that they should show you, you're going to see what I mean. Checked out. Bail out. Not there. Not feeling it. They hate your love. They fucking hate you for being able to love them. Like, it's so twisted. And I went through all this in my younger years too. A lot of these types of things. But they hate your love. And for the longest time, you won't be able to figure out. You'll be like, damn, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing special things on the birthday, I'm being thoughtful, I'm honest, I'm cool, I'm just tough enough and just loving enough. I'm hitting all the bases with this person. I don't know what more I can do. I'm there for them, but I'm trying to keep my boundaries too. Not trying to be too much of a doormat, but trying to let them know I care. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. And you'll just be kind of standing there, after having washed their clothes and been thoughtful to them and prepared their stuff for work tomorrow, made them a hot plate of food, talked to them like a friend, and then it comes time for you to get a little rest and relaxation. They'll never let you have it. Never. And that goes along with what I said earlier. It's like they want you dead. They will keep your ass up. They will wake you up any hour of the night. They will keep you sleep deprived and worn out. The more they can break you down, keep you confused, sleep deprived, not successful, they fucking pathologically envy you. But what I'm saying is, you'll just be standing there like, wow, you will really let your guard down for these people. And you might be tough as hell. You might be street smart, experienced, you've been through some shit, been to therapy, psychologically well-versed. They will get your ass. That's how fucking slick they are. That is how not knowledgeable about this that so many of us are. It takes going through it. It takes actually having it happen to you behind closed doors to pick up on it, okay? And they have everybody fooled, and generally their partner is deemed as crazy. Nobody believes that person is a narcissist. That's what I was saying tonight on this one creator's channel. I was like, oh my God, dude. just what the words that are coming out of your mouth, well, he didn't seem like a narcissist. He wasn't all me and stuff. He seemed like the average, person. And I'm like, this is why these narcs are getting away with it. This is why the covert narc gets away with so much damage. He goes from person, she or he, goes from person to person to person, discarding. They get their use of people. They sabotage the relationship when they know the game's up and they're going to be held accountable, and the partner's putting the rules down on them, boundaries down on them. They start looking for extras. Start calling them up, man. Oh my God, who's going to be my next attachment? I need somebody now. That's what they do. That is what they do. And, oh God, I got to clip this. Holy cow. Part 3. Join me later.